Hi, everyone, and welcome to the 18th session of Huddle in Place with the Nine-Sided Circle. It is April 9th, I believe, 2020. And I'm one of your hosts, Nora Kyle, in Los Angeles, along with...
Your other one of your hosts, Mushtaq Ali, up in the Bay Area.
Yep. Yeah, so things are heating up in California a little bit. Our governor is taking some serious action in making sure that we have enough ventilators and masks and stuff, to the point where he's even hoping that we can send those to other communities in need outside of California. So we will see how that goes, and we're feeling hopeful about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, you know, his talking about California being a nation state.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still reading up on this, so I'm not really sure what the story is there.
I think he was just making an analogy. Maybe
Yeah, likely so. Yeah.
Yeah. But
And
I don't think that there's any intention of seceding from the Union yet.
not yet. I mean, there's certainly some sensitive feelings around the lack of support coming from the federal government. So who knows?
Yeah, that's a bone that is sticking in the craw of many a person right now.
Right. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And that kind of gets us a nice segue into our topic tonight.
Yeah. So we were thinking we would like to discuss Maslow's hierarchy of needs, in the sense that right now, if you are familiar with the 5 layers of the pyramid that makes up Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we have physiological needs at the bottom, the base of the pyramid. These are things like air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, the access to these things, and the acquisition of these things. On the next
basically,
level,
if you're a homeless person, you're pretty much down here.
Yeah, exactly. It's a tough place to be. It's a very primal place to be. And on the next level up, we have safety needs. These are things like personal security, employment, resources, health, property.
Yeah, do you see how some of these things might be an issue right now?
Yeah, yep. This is an area in which I think a lot of us are stuck right now, because we're thinking about, you know, we're in this soup of having to come to grips with our health, our access to the things that we need, food and income. If we're paying rent or a mortgage, we're afraid of losing our place to live. I mean, many of us are stuck on this second level right now.
Yeah, and here's an interesting thing about being on this second level. Higher functions go out the window.
Right, yep.
Which is why we get things like the shock doctrine. If you don't know what that is, look it up, listen to some videos on YouTube or something. It's well worth acquainting yourself with. Because when you are at this level of need, you are easily controlled and manipulated, both from the powers above and from the situation that you're in.
Exactly, yes. I mean, it is likely for us to find ourselves in a very reactive mind space and heart space as a result of not having our most basic needs either met or securely available to us.
And we have a perfect example of that just happened.
Yeah.
You want to tell us about that?
Well, from what I understand, an 80-year-old elderly woman obviously was in a hospital setting, correct?
In an emergency room.
Yeah, and she, for whatever reason, was not maintaining 6 feet distance, and the person whose personal space she was encroaching upon reacted by pushing her. And as a result, she fell down and died as a result of the impact of her fall.
As I understand it, she may have lost her balance, but she reached out and she grabbed the IV stand of
Oh,
somebody else, which got her too close. And that person pushed her down. She hit her head and died.
wow. Yeah. Yep. So as you
So,
can see, there's a certain level of reactivity involved in someone pushing her. I'm sure that they did not mean for her to die. And
they probably
normally,
didn't even mean to push her.
yeah. I mean, sometimes these things happen before we even think about them, especially if we're in a fight or flight state. Like, surely a lot of people are in the emergency department right now.
Yeah. So this is an example of what it's like to be on that second level, on that survival level.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you do, Lady Kyle?
Well, what do? We try to engage with third level needs. And this third level is love and belonging. So these are things like friendship, intimacy, family, and sense of connection. And as we've been saying for several weeks now, it is critical for us to stay socially engaged even as we physically distance. And that means maintaining relationships, reaching out and rekindling relationships that we may have let languish, staying in touch with family, talking to people online if that's our access point to companionship. Whatever we need to do, spend time with our pets, our roommates, our partners, all of that stuff, whatever we can do to pull ourselves out and be in contact emotionally with another person.
Yeah, a little interesting tidbit here. I saw today that the Riverside County um, Animal Shelter no longer has any pets to adopt because they've all been adopted out.
Yeah, and that's definitely a signal that people are realizing they need those connections.
So rather than being completely focused on you as an individual, it will help you if you focus on us, on whatever your us is.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, Noor and I talk every day,
Yep, without
just to
fail.
make sure that we're both as sane as we can be. Uh,
Yep.
and we both talk with other very close friends, and we do this on purpose to keep these connections.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about the other uh, steps in the pyramid of the hierarchy right now. You
No.
just need to get up to that love and family part,
Yeah. And if
connection.
you find yourself discovering you're able to reach higher blocks in the pyramid, consider that a bonus. It's not any kind of requirement.
Yeah,
And really it's important to just stay in the moment as much as you can, build those connections, and just try to, you know, don't let the bastards get you down, as it were.
yes, yes. Illegitimi non carborundum, which is
Yeah.
fake Latin, but still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's from The Handmaid's Tale, which actually I think is funny that it comes to my mind because my roommate and I have been discussing how we feel the similar level of discomfort around our current situation and what she and I have discussed around The Handmaid's Tale. And obviously they're completely different contexts per se, but there's still that layer of like uncertainty about what's going to happen next, vulnerability, loss of control, all those things. And this is all part of the hierarchy of needs. Like, this is what it's like to be pushed down onto the bottom rungs of the psychological health ladder. So we just have to support each other.
Yep, that's our way up.
Yeah.
And remember, the bad people want us down here,
Yeah.
whoever the bad people are. Whether you
Yeah,
think the bad people are Republicans or Democrats or the Illuminati or what, doesn't matter.
it
They
doesn't
want
matter
us
who.
down there.
Yeah, the people who are willing and able to exploit your negative emotional states, they're cool with this, and we don't have
Yeah.
to let them win.
Nope. So contact your friends. Contact the people who you are very, very close with. Make some more close contacts as you go. It's still
Yeah.
possible.
Mm-hmm. It is. Yep.
And that's what we got for you today.
Yep. So just keep hanging in there. We're doing the same, and we will touch base with you tomorrow.
All right. Farewell. Adios. Goodbye. Vaya con Dios.
Take care.